Wow. Hey guys. I've been gone for, as the time you seen this video, about a week and a half, and 2023 has just started. And then, if it's anything like 2022, oh boy, we might be from interesting ride and potentially a rude awakening. And yes, we will get to the Vince McMahon stuff later on. I will definitely talk about it. Like, holy shit, the different news about that topic is, man, like, but first, I wanted to make this video first, and this has been a long time coming for me to do this video about this one particular person that is used to call Sasha Banks, but it's now Mercedes Mone, as I think that's what her call her name. So Mercedes Mone is officially, as of January the 1st, is a free agent, and she already made an appearance at Wrestle Kingdom 17, which, as of the time I'm recording this, just 2 happy days ago. You're gonna be seeing like this video in about a few days. So I want to talk about that. Um, so this is Super 88 here, and wanted to say this before it's kind of too late. Happy belated New Year. Let's just say Happy New Year to all the strangers that have been watching my videos, and I hope for this year I can make more content, get up more up to speed with the in the world of wrestling, with the craziness that I may about to hit. So yeah, I hope I really hope I can make more content for you guys for this year, and to be more up speed with the world of wrestling, since it's pretty fucking changed really fast. And in this particular case, this was that. So Mercedes Monet left, or aka the former Sasha Banks, left officially, um, left WWE. Well, she walked out in like May, 8 months ago, like 7, 8 months ago. She walked out on a Raw episode, which she was supposed to be, I think, in like a 6 pack challenge to determine the title shot for Bianca Belair's Raw Women's title, and like Naomi, like I think what was supposed to happen was Naomi was supposed to win that match, going to get the title shot for Bianca like Hell in a Cell, and on that same show Sasha Banks will get the SmackDown Women's title shot against Ronda Rousey. And what happened was, I think the main consensus for Naomi and Sasha, because they both left, they both walked out. It wasn't just Sasha Banks, it was Naomi that walked out as well. Since the main consensus of them, of the walkout, was they were the women's tag champs at the time, and they just wanted to like use them as props to build Bianca and Ronda up. Excuse me. So basically they had no plans to for them as a team and as tag champs. So yeah, so Naomi and Sasha literally threw the tag team title belts right, I think it was to John Arias in front of him, and they walk out. It hasn't come back ever since. So many stuff happened. Naomi's still a question mark if she will be back, but apparently, apparently, shot with Sasha during the course of the summer, they were trying to work out a deal for her, but apparently there was like a holdover in that deal with the money issue, and apparently she has left because there were a lot of different reports at the summer that time where Triple H came back since Vince McMahon left the head of creative. There was news about is Sasha coming back? Is she coming back? Apparently her deal like it was a done deal like shot. It wasn't a done deal and it was made pretty clear she wasn't coming back, and that she will only not do any wrestling, and she cannot do any. I think it was even reported some she could not do like any wrestling bookings until January 1st. Hence, why she's now a free agent and like couldn't do much wrestling bookings until she got to that point. So Sasha left during the summer, and yeah, she's basically a free woman now, and now she's in New Japan, where she made her debut at Wrestle Kingdom 17. I really want to give a shout out. I didn't watch the show, but I did watch the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match. I didn't watch it fully, but I saw some of the highlights, and holy fuck, that was brutal. It was so fucking brutal, man. Like that match was easily a match of the year contender so far for this year. Like the thing, like Kenny Omega through being mind you, Kenny hasn't wrestled too much one-on-one matches since his time off like a year and a half ago, and to have that performance still, even in New Japan, that was incredible. And Will Ospreay did his thing, and they made a really awesome match at that show. I can't say enough things about that match that I haven't said, and I recommend you to watch that match because man oh man, that was fucking great. But the most talked about thing at Wrestle Kingdom 17 was the Mercedes Mone debut. So she came in with a video screen with her driving a car and her showing herself as Mercedes Mone. And yeah, about that debut in the Tokyo though. I like the presentation and the entrance. I did like it, even though even though it's pretty clear that the New Japan people pretty much don't know much about this girl. I mean, she had like a tepid reaction where it was like, "Oh, is that Sasha from WWE?" Like, it had that tepid reaction where like some people kind of reacted, but not really. And that made an awkward feeling for the debut. And then she came into the ring. I like that. Also, I really want to say I really like the symbolism of how she's paying kind of homage to the Japanese culture by her wearing the jacket while still implementing parts of the Sasha Banks character from WWE into this Mercedes Mone persona. That part I really like. But she came to the ring. She stared down Kairi Sane, which she had a match. She retained her IWGP Women's title. She shot. I tried to say Sasha. Excuse me. Mercedes Mone confronted her. She she attacked Harry and she hit probably one of the worst looking DVDs I have ever seen. Like you could even tell I was so mistimed by pretty much both ruined for that for Mercedes still doing the DDT instead of trying to redoing the DDT spot, and then Kyrie basically landed it way too early and reacted early to the move. So that was a mistime. This was a case of a miscommunication and mistiming by both parts of their part. So that didn't do good. And the promo, she basically said, for those who remind me of who I am, I'm the standard bearer, I'm the blueprint, and I'm the CEO of the women's division, and that IWGP title. And he said to Kyrie, bankroll on that bitch and bank on money. So that was the promo. Like, it was fine, I guess. It was okay, the promo, but the debut itself, it was awkward in most part, and definitely did not feel like the big debut, the big resurgence of Mercedes Monet that people were hoping for, because there were people really excited about the now the there's still some my part, I'm still excited for what Mercedes Monet could do for this year. Now that she's no longer the with that with that former with that Fed that over there from WWE. So I'm still excited what she could do next, and I think she had a post interview where she basically Mercedes said she this is her first stop in her world tour, whatever that means. So so that's what she said. This is the first stops of many in her world tour for her. So I think the announcement was made pretty much the day after that she's going to wrestle Kairi Sane at the February 18th show in San Jose in the US for the IWGP Women's Championship. And I will where I hope it will be a better reception for Mercedes Moné than that debut. So yeah, I was so the debut. So yeah, the debut, the way she came to New Japan at Wrestle Kingdom, and at the Tokyo Dome was kind of a bit anticlimactic, but I'm still excited for what she could do now that she's no longer in the the WWE. And I also like wanted to make the point for apparently, and I heard this news weeks ago. This report of them of WWE's reasoning for not wanting Sasha back because like they felt like she was a girl that was not gonna be on top for that long in like 5 years, and they think she has already hit her peak. Yes, Sasha Banks, a 30-year-old woman, funny enough, the youngest out of all the four horsewomen. Charlotte Flair is like about to be 37. Becky's like 36. Bailey is like 33. Sasha is 30. And they already think she has peak, like, that was the reasoning for like now wanting to pay Sasha because like okay, and it's like I get it, like okay, she walked out on you twice, so you might be hesitant to pay her that much after what she did twice. And here's even the thing about her walking out when she did, like I wasn't much in a favor of her doing it, but I understand why she did it. I mean, like, her reasoning for her walking out was like, I get it, because they didn't really do much for her and Naomi as woman station, and they were saying they were never going to, so I understand for her walking out, and but not only to pay her because they feel she has already her peak. When someone like Ronda Rousey, who you can clearly tell does not give a fuck about being that way, and definitely looks like someone who does not want to be there anymore. Yeah, like Sasha Banks, not gonna be on top for 5 years for that long, and she has already her peak. Like, and like, am I like, ain't ain't that unreasonable? That whole reasoning, that whole BS spewed by WWE, because like okay, but that for her, so because she apparently wanted to be paid the same amount as Becky, as Charlotte, and you put that reason from not wanting to pay her, like that's kinda unexcusable. What you ever like I said, she's still in her early 30s. And I'm sure if she stays healthy, stays in good fit, in good shape for another few years, she could easily be on top of the women's division in any company she can be for the next 5 years easily. And but because you think because she walked on you twice and think she kind of peaked, like you don't want to pay her. It's like, it's like, that's so fucking unreasonable for not wanting to pay shops. Because whatever, like, whether you like her or you don't like, Sasha Banks, is one of the greatest women performers in the history of wrestling, and and like she one of the most dynamic and versatile wrestlers that we ever seen in wrestling. So in terms of women's wrestlers, so and whatever you like or not, she still is one of the most popular names in all the women's wrestling. Like ever since she walked out in like May on an episode of Wall, people couldn't stop talking about her. And whether what WWE tried to like bury her, like they, I remember they had Michael Cole on commentary while Pat McAfee looking awkward as fuck, being on camera, and he knows that he's on camera. When Michael saying all those words that will guarantee you're fed to him, to that will may proceed to her bury Sasha and Naomi, and like yeah, like the and then they put like a press release of them walking out, or how Naomi and Sasha did that. Like WWE's handling how she walked out was like it's not good. Like there's no excuse for it. Like they kind of overreacted to her walking out, and honestly overreacted for not want for why they not want to pay her. Like her wanting to be paid the same view as Becky Lynch or and a Charlotte Flair. It's like whatever you already know, she's still one of the most popular female performers in all pro wrestling. And when you're all that, when you're that successful, when you're that popular in wrestling, you deserve to be paid. So yeah, their handling of the Sasha is far overblown in my opinion. And for Mercedes, I really hope all the best of luck. And with her saying this is her first stop, like Wrestle Kingdom was her first stop in her many steps in her world tour. This has gone to speculation whether at the time you're recording this, by the time you watch this video, AW Dynamite in Los Angeles will be like later tonight, with there's heavy rumors about her being the mystery or what's going the mystery the partner of Soraya going up against Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. So I think on the Dynamite last week, the on this past week's Dynamite, Soraya was in an interview and she was with Tony Storm on one side and Hikaru Shida on this side, and she had to pick a partner, and she picked Tony Storm while Hikaru Shida just sat there and just in disgust. So that kind of gives it away that she is gonna probably do something to fuck up Tony Storm. So what I think's gonna happen, what may happen is like they're gonna have Hikaru Shida attack Tony Storm, which will let Soraya out partner, and then when it comes time with a tag match, you get Soraya has to pick up on it, and she does came to a realization that she does have a partner, and out comes Mercedes Mone, and gets a big ovation, which I will think she's gonna have if she appears on that Dynamite show in LA. Like, you know that, like, you didn't know how much the Japan crowd will react to Wrestle Kingdom, to her, but you know that crowd in LA are gonna be, they're gonna explode if she comes out. Now, do I think she comes in? I don't know, like, there are rumors, like, I still do think, I do feel in some part of me she will be on that Dynamite show in LA in some form, way, shape, or form. Now, I know Dave Meltzer was like talking about her going back, potentially going back to WWE, and like, and this is just me speculating, but I don't think Sasha wants to come back just like now. Like she's just being a free agent. She's a free woman now. She can do whatever she wants to technically. So if she wants to go to AEW, she can make it happen. And that New Japan stuff is only gonna be for an extra amount of a few days. So if she wants to make a commitment to AEW, she could do it. And that thing, that's what will happen. I don't know what if it will happen the tag team match or after the match, but I still think in some way, shape, or form, she will be on that show. And yeah, I do think Mercedes will be already when it's all said and done. So yeah. So that's my whole thoughts on Mercedes Mone be a free agent. Her appearing at Wrestle Kingdom the other day. It wasn't the best debut. It certainly wasn't. But the one thing I did like mainly was her presence and the presentation her into. That was the one thing I liked. So I'm stoked what she could do for this year, as I do think it will be the year of Mercedes. And I'm quite excited of the prospect she could make her AEW debut on that Los Angeles show. So yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys have a kick-ass 2023. Like this video if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't here. And let me think what you thought about Mercedes Mone debut at Wrestle Kingdom in the comment section below. And as always, I'm Jason Marinas, and I approve this message.